A few days back, I received a package from SIMAGIC containing their brand new rim called the GT Neo. I was really looking forward to this as it has brought some fresh changes, mainly revolving around their brand new solution to third-party compatibility called Maglink. But first, let us peel the sticker off and check out the boot sequence. This is a 300mm rim which costs $290 and weighs just shy of 1.5 kilograms. And the first thing I noticed as soon as I unboxed this wheel is this awesome looking material. It is carbon fiber composite and looks like it is entirely made out of it. To see if it is real, I checked the product specification page where I came across this. The composite has gone through a series of tests to properly gauge its density, mechanical property, tensile strength, etc. This data might not be that crucial, but I'm glad it is here. Transparency goes a long way. It has these thermoplastic elastomer grips which are nice and comfortable to hold on to, but I'm not sure how well it will hold up against sweat and dirt. Actually, I'm glad that they did not choose Alcantara as it ages rather poorly. Moving to the backside, both the shifter and clutch paddles offer good amount of resistance and are very quiet. Shifter paddles are magnetic and resemble the resistance I experienced in GT1R rim. These are made out of aluminium alloy and can be adjusted or replaced. Now with all of that out of the way, let us focus on the most important part: buttons and knobs. These buttons have a 0.5mm travel distance and 500g load threshold, which makes them very clicky. And I would like to take a moment to thank SIMAGIC for not keeping them between clicky and mushy like GT1R. It has this slight concave indentation with flat borders near the circumference, so you know where to rest your thumb properly. It isn't like most end-to-end concave designs. The indentation isn't completely smooth and offers an ever so slightly coarse texture. But all of this can only be felt with bare hands. If you are a glove user, it will be hard to feel all of this. Now the knobs are something for which I have a bit of a mixed opinion on. They are the only thing in this wheel which feels a bit out of place. They are made of plastic and feels okay to hold on to, but I feel like the grip levels aren't as optimal. It sometimes slips midway while rotating. You have to really hold on to the knob and then turn it. The resistance from the rotary encoder is good, but the choice of knob is something which I think could have been a bit better. The thumb encoders on the other hand are just right. I love the design and the way the skin of my thumb sits perfectly between the gaps, giving me those precise rotations. This precision can be felt with or without gloves. In case you want to further enhance the aesthetics of this wheel, you can use these stickers. The quick release has been revised and is even better now. I have with me the GT1 rim for comparison, and I could see that this updated design makes sense. While ejecting the rim, it makes it easier to hold on to the quick release. Aside from the updated design, SIMAGIC claims that this quick release is stronger than their previous one, with increased contact area. Their previous quick release has been rock solid, and if they say they have further strengthened it, I believe them. Another change you might have noticed is in the pins. The GT Neo has a different design compared to GT1, and perhaps this was necessary for the compatibility with other bases. And talking of compatibility, let's talk about Maglink. Maglink is something which I have been quite excited about, because third-party compatibility has always been a barrier in the sim community. And majority of the time, one has to stick to a certain ecosystem because of logged support. But it seems like Maglink is here to change that. This is good news for people who want to mix and match their setup. Like the name suggests, it offers a really strong magnetic connection, which in my opinion is better than Type-C, because the constant rotation of the wheel might put some strain on the port, leading to the cable getting loose over time. This little thing is compatible with most 50 and 70mm quick release available on the market. To use this, all you have to do is attach it on the back side of the wheel. Start by removing these 4 screws on the connector panel and carefully unplug these 2 wires underneath. Attach Maglink on the back side of the wheel like this and connect the cable before putting it all back together. Then use this magnetic cable to plug the wheel directly to your PC and start playing. If you think this cable is not going to be long enough, you get this 3-foot cable to extend your connection. One thing which I absolutely adore about this wheel is the software support and the lighting effect it gets. You can customize it to your liking and also choose when the RPM strip should flash. My favorite thing is this section right here. You are one click away from having a proper IRL light sequence. And I hope LMDH cars get some love here too. Also, it is compatible with Simhub. For instance, the RPM lights only come alive when you're in the game. Rest of the time, it won't work. So if you intend to change that alongside some other things, you can. But enough about the technical aspects. Let's talk about the general feel of the wheel. So I have been using this wheel for almost over a week now, and I have to say I'm genuinely impressed. Everything about this rim makes me want to play for hours. You all know me, I'm a rally person. But over the span of having this wheel, I have lapped Nordschleife alone at least 50 times. Even though I sprained my hands, I just didn't feel like stopping. But I'm glad that I did. Because I wanted to check the durability. So I muted the game sounds and turned off the fan to hear any creaking or cracking noises coming from the wheel. And after half an hour of sweating in quietness, I did not hear a thing. Nothing. I play around 13 to 15 Newton meters and I believe that it is more than enough force to make the wheel creak if it has a weak spot or has been constructed poorly. I even deliberately crashed my car multiple times to see if something would make a noise, but it did not. Not only is it light, it is really solid and the compound is holding together nicely. The only thing not holding together nicely are my arms. The grips have this slight rubbery texture which makes it very grippy if you plan on using it bare hands. I have used the wheel mostly with gloves on and it was comfortable to hold on to. Not too cushiony and not too hard. The shifts and the thumb encoders were precise and did not put too much strain on my hands. My hands were getting strained, but that was mostly because of me being not used to GT style rims. I also found out that whatever details I was encountering on a circular rim instantly got bumped up in this one because of the shorter frame and reduced surface area. But that is partly because I'm using the Alpha U. The one thing I suspected the most is that the RGB would be distracting. But after multiple long sessions, I found that I barely notice it. RPM strip always remained in my peripheral vision without causing any distraction. All in all, I thoroughly enjoyed playing with this wheel and I'm waiting to see what SIMAGIC or another manufacturers come up with. Alright, final thoughts on the SIMAGIC GT Neo. The most special thing about this rim is Maglink and the pricing. For less than $300, you get a well-constructed GT style rim with clicky buttons, nice paddle resistance, proper RGB controls with lighting preset for certain cars, Simhub support, and the added compatibility with other bases. For too long, third-party compatibility has been a barrier, and Maglink is SIMAGIC's attempt to break that. For this price, you get all the bells and whistles you could ask for and very little to complain about. My only issue with this wheel is the choice of plastic knobs, as they aren't very grippy. Aside from that, this thing is really sturdy. I did not feel the wheel creak or make any sound under tension. In my opinion, what really makes this wheel worth it is the price and the third-party compatibility. Let me know what you guys think. That's been it. I've been Darth Snape and may the downforce be with you.